Today, we're diving into a topic that affects every single one of us, often without us even realizing it. Microplastics. These tiny fragments of plastic, smaller than 5mm, are everywhere. In our oceans, in our air, in our food, and yes, even in our babies. But how did we get here? And what does it mean for our health? Microplastics are not just a modern nuisance, they are the byproduct of our plastic pollution crisis. Every year, millions of tons of plastic waste enter our environment, breaking down into these invisible particles through processes like weathering, UV radiation, and mechanical stress. They're now so pervasive that researchers have detected them in everything from bottled water to fruit and veg. So where do they come from? Microplastics originate from two main sources: primary microplastics, which are intentionally manufactured for products like cosmetics and industrial abrasives, and secondary microplastics, which result from the breakdown of larger plastic items. Everyday actions like doing laundry can release millions of fibres into our wastewater. In fact, a single load can generate around 700 billion plastic fragments. Now, let's talk about exposure. Studies estimate that the average person ingests or inhales between 78,000 to 211,000 microplastic particles every single year. But here's the shocking part. Infants have been found to have 10 to 20 times higher levels of PET microplastics in their feces than adults. Now, what is PET, you may ask? PET, or polyethylene terephthalate, is a type of plastic commonly used in everything from water bottles to textile fibres. It's lightweight, durable, and often recycled, but it also breaks down into microplastics that can easily find their way into our food and water supply. Imagine being a parent and learning that your baby, who is just starting to explore the world, is consuming more microplastics than you are. It's concerning to think that simple acts like feeding them from plastic containers can lead to this exposure. Researchers believe this heightened exposure in infants can be attributed to their natural behaviours, like mouthing toys, crawling on carpets, and consuming food from plastic containers. What's even more alarming is that microplastics have been detected in placentas, raising serious questions about their potential effects on fetal development. So, what are the implications? Although we still don't fully understand the health risks associated with microplastics, early research suggests they could lead to inflammation, immune dysfunction, and even chronic diseases later in life. Some studies on animals indicate that microplastics can persist in various organs, pointing to long-term health concerns. For example, inhaled microplastics have been shown to cause physical irritation and inflammation in the lungs, similar to other small particles. We need to understand whether these particles can trigger immune responses or release harmful contaminants that could disrupt our bodies. But it's not all doom and gloom. Innovative solutions are emerging. For example, in Ghana, initiatives like the Global Plastic Action Partnership are mobilizing waste pickers to gather data on plastic waste and redesign our economic systems to be more circular, where materials are reused and recycled instead of tossed aside. In one community, a leader started organising weekly cleanup events, turning a neglected area into a vibrant park. This effort not only beautified the space, but also raised awareness about plastic pollution, inspiring others to take action in their own neighbourhoods. On the technological front, researchers have developed creative solutions, like a tiny robot fish designed to collect microplastics from water, and a method using vegetable oil and magnets that boasts an 87% success rate in extraction. These innovations could help us tackle the issue head-on. So what can you do? Start by reducing your plastic use. Opt for reusable bags, containers, and bottles. Support local initiatives aimed at reducing plastic waste, and stay informed about the broader issue. Remember, each smaller action contributes to a larger movement. The reality is that microplastic pollution is a crisis we can't ignore. It's a complex problem that requires urgent action, both from individuals and governments worldwide. We need to invest in research, create policies that limit plastic use, and develop sustainable practices that protect our health and the environment. Together, we can make a difference. And remember to keep the microplastic conversation going, because every little helps. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.